So this has got to do with the Cabin Fever Challenge of 2017, 2018. And it's in the middle of July. And I haven't told you guys on a video what the scores are. And so I have to admit, I'm just a little bit embarrassed that this amount of time has gone by before I've said the scores. You don't care about, whatever. But here we go. Like last year, I didn't get to the scores until like literally before the next year. It's kind of unacceptable. So I want to talk to you about that later. Hopefully I can remember to talk about it later, because I might need help with this. Okay, so anyways, the Cabin Fever Challenge. So what is it? And what are the rules? Just very, very quickly. And I'll hopefully get them right, because frankly, I had to sit there and think, what are the rules again? So if you haven't remembered the rules, don't worry, because I built it and sometimes I don't remember the rules are. Okay, so the rules are, you're going to go out, you're going to shoot a total of 3 different classifications of firearm: modern, which is basically unlimited; manual repeating rifles, which is, we'll just call it manual. It could be hunting rifle, it could be a military surplus rifle, and vintage, which is essentially vintage military surplus firearms, and essentially all semi-automatic kind of vintage as well. So anyways, people do that in 4 different shooting positions: standing, kneeling, prone, and sitting, in that order. And there's a mandatory 5-round reload in between each position. So you can't sit there with a 30-round mag and shoot all of it. You have to manually reload 5 rounds after each 5-round grouping at different shooting positions. And you're timed. And it's your points on target times 5 divided by your time in seconds times 100. It's actually really, really simple math. And essentially what it is you're trying to achieve a balance between time and precision. You're trying to be as accurate and as fast as you can. You got bugs crawling all over the camera here. Okay, so what I've done is actually, cheers by the way. Thank you, Rolling. It's very good. So I've got all of this in an Excel spreadsheet. I did post all of the scores on my Facebook group, but I'll give them to you real quick here. We'll start with modern, go to manual, and then end up with vintage. And I have to admit is that there's a whole bunch of rifles here in modern that are just like you see the builds these guys are shooting, and you sit there and you think, oh, wow, yeah, okay, he's definitely put a lot of personal time and investment in that rifle to make it be able to do what it can do. So some of these are like seriously like spaced up rifles. Some of them are just like rack grade, and they're still doing perfectly well for themselves. So starting at the bottom, we have running an AR-15 is Alex Vogel with 13 hits and a total of 97 seconds. And again, Alex Vogel, USA, coming in, I guess that's actually, the first one was 9th place, so this is 8th place, Alex Vogel again, 15 hits in 75 seconds. And then we'll go all the way up to the top 3. Instead of just, I think we'll be here all day, sorry guys, if I just go through every single person. There's a total of 25 competitors in this competition. So, anyway, so for modern here, in 3rd place is Robert Harris from the USA, shooting an AR-15 at 5.56 NATO with a total of 17 hits in 74 seconds. Right, so I mean that's the requirement. A total of 20 rounds, he got 17 out of 20, and he did it in 74 seconds. All 4 positions with a manual reload in between. So that's really well done. That's Robert Harris. Second is 3D Murray. 3D Murray is this Canadian guy, and he's shooting the Kel-Tec SU-16 Tactical, and he came in 2nd place with that rifle. But he didn't get as many hits on target, but he did it faster. So he got 15 hits out of 20 instead of 17, which is what Robert got. He got 15 hits out of 20, but he did it quickly. 60 seconds. Okay. And 3D Murray, he's got his own YouTube channel, and you should check him out if you haven't already. And by the way, every single one of these videos I'm putting an identity flag up, so that if you want, you can go whoosh, scooch over to where their videos and watch it. Now I know that some people don't like to have themselves on YouTube, so they might delete their video, or maybe it's already deleted. But you know, that's, some people don't like to be seen on camera shooting a rifle. Whatever. Anyway, in first place is 3D Murray again, but check this out. He's shooting a JR carbine in 9mm. 17 hits. 17 hits in 67 seconds. So that's modern. First place, a guy shooting a 9mm in the JR carbine. So that's, to me, I think that's interesting. I think that's very interesting. And really well done. That is a rifle I don't know anything about, so I'm not in a position to comment other than to tell you, well done. Now let me show you what your prize is going to be. Stand by one. So here we go, 3D Murray. Here are a stack of books, and none of them are prizes because I'm too cheap to actually buy prizes. So, but what I will do is show you some books that I personally own, and I'm looking forward to reading. There's one here called the official Soviet Mosin Nagant sniper rifle manual, and this is no longer in print. In fact, all of these books that you see here, Paladin Press books, no longer exist. So none of these are being published, as I understand at this time. So no longer available. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Here's another one that I can't even pronounce this chap's name. But I'm looking forward to reading this. They're having he's flushing out their stock, and so there's all these books. I'm looking forward to reading that one. Here's another Paladin Press book, which you're not going to be able to find, which I highly recommend you do try to find. How to Fire Perfect Shots: The Secrets of Mental Marksmanship by Linda Miller and Keith Cunningham. Those names are going to be, should be fairly familiar to you. They're very, very special people here in Canada. A nice book to go back to for fundamentals. And here we have the Wind book for rifle shooters, Linda Miller and Keith Cunningham. Again, names you should be familiar with. And this is a fantastic book if you can find it. Again, out of print. It's got everything in here that you need to shoot your rifle accurately at long distances. However, you know, ultimately, reading the Wind isn't going to help you if you can't hold a rifle properly. So those are not your prizes, because there aren't any prizes. Just want to make sure. So let's go to manual operated rifles now and look at these scores. And we've got pretty much almost everything under the sun here. There is definitely a flavor of the 303 British round here, but that's fine. So at the very last place is me. Sorry. If you can't laugh at yourself, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. So in very last place for under this category is me, 303 British, shooting a Henry and a Martini Enfield. So it's single shot, and I got a total of 10 hits in 144 seconds. Just right on my coattails is British muzzle loaders with a Mark I Henry Martini and 577 450, and he's of course equipped in full military garb, and you really should watch that video, because I think it's the only time I've ever seen somebody shoot Henry Martini with proper, like, 500 grain cast black powder loads in rapid fire sequence in different shooting positions. And at the end of that video that Rob does, you look at that Martini, and the wave of heat coming off that chamber area is incredible. No, so I'm like, wow, you know, wow. So 12 hits, 150 seconds. So I got him 6 seconds faster, but he got 2 more strikes on target than me. So that's kind of walking the line there with those single shots. Then we have Kenny T, we have Tudenam, we have Smitty USA, we have Drum Custom Knives, who's shooting a number 4 Mark 1 Sporter. He came in 4th place. This kid. It's fantastic. And he makes Drum Custom Knives, by the way. They make good knives. I've made a couple videos on them already. You should go check them out. In 3rd place is Sawatsky, shooting a number 4 Mark 1 Lee Enfield. Well done. And in 1st place, in 3rd place, it was the number 4 Mark 1. In 2nd place is Sawatsky again, shooting a Winchester Model 70 in 30-06. Finally, a hunting rifle. Somebody else shot a hunting rifle, finally. Like, I know that hunting guys, they're not really competitive people. Some of them are, I know that. Some of them are. But the people that are going to be able to, that want to challenge this with a hunting rifle, it's like, nobody's doing it. I wonder why. Anyway, I don't know why they're not. They should. And so that was 30-06 Model 70 Winchester Featherweight by Sawatsky. Well done, 15 hits, 113 seconds. And in 1st place with a number 4 Mark 1, Lee Enfield is 303 British, is Rifle Chair with 15 hits in 99 seconds. So I broke the 100-second mark for a total score of 76. So 15 out of 20 in 99 seconds. So I will choose a prize. I choose this one. I choose all of them. Gun guys generally have libraries, right? Whether it's they're historians usually. Most gun owners that I know that have a rifle collection, they're historians of one type or another. I think you can't really separate them. I think they are the same organism. It's always that way. Okay, let's go to vintage. And so we had a total of 6 shooters here for under vintage, and we're talking about kind of your Cold War era type of rifles that were damn, a bug got me. Cold War era rifles, kind of. So they were used by the military back in the day, and maybe in some minor circumstances they're still on the scale of issue with the military somewhere in the world. So we had a total of 6 shooters. The very last, we're talking a Russian SKS Korokobbles. And so why am I bringing up the very last shooters? I'm bringing up the very last shooters, so the lowest scoring shooters, just because I really appreciate them coming out and shooting it. Like I was one of the very bottom shooters too, so don't forget. But I like to recognize people that have some personal developmental opportunities. They're not at the top, they're at the bottom, so I mean they're at the bottom of the curve and they're heading up. Maybe they're mid-curve and they're heading up. But the fact that they came out and tried and took a chance and posted their video in front of the whole world takes guts. And I want you all to know you're very brave people, you're very gutsy people, and you definitely maple leafed up. So Korokobbles with Soviet SKS with 5 hits on target in 118 seconds. And left-handed to boot. Left-handed. And then we have 3D Murray. He didn't come first, finally. Shooting a 1941 SVT 40, which is a rifle I would love to spend more time around. However, everybody everywhere says they're Jam-O-Matic 5000. They always jam. They're not reliable. So I don't know how much that interests me, but I'm curious about them. And here we go, back to this, and I'll read through each one of these because they're pretty cool. Shooting a Yugoslavian SKS in 4th place is Smitty USA. And I have to admit, I've owned a Model 59 Yugoslavian SKS, and they are nice. They are nice. They are not chrome line bores, though, as I understand it. Maybe the A1 model is, but I'm not sure. I don't think they are. And what do we have here? In 3rd place is 3D Murray, shooting a Caisson, a Type 81. semi-automatic only, and 7.6239 with 13 hits on target and 93 seconds. An interesting rifle. Yeah, they look heavy to me, but an interesting rifle nonetheless. In second place is Alex Vogel from the USA, shooting a G3, and I have to admit is that I think that it is extremely unfair that you can own a G3 and I can't. Sucks, eh? Sucks to be me. So he's shooting that beautiful G3, and it's in 7.62 by 51 NATO, and he's covered 13 hits on target in 92 seconds. Right, so that's still pretty good. That's pretty good. 13 hits, 92 seconds with the 7.62 rifle. Right, nothing wrong with that. And in first place is a Russian SKS again with Sawatsky. Sawatsky, he won scored pretty high on the other one too, with a total of 11 hits on target. Didn't get as many hits on target, but he ran that SKS really fast. Probably the fastest time there was at 60 seconds. Let's see if I got that right. Yeah, 60 seconds. So let's just do a real quick review of the top 3 scores of all categories. In third place is Robert Harris, USA, with the AR-15 and 5.56. This is overall. 3D Murray comes second with the Keltec SU-16 Tactical. And in first place, drumroll please, is 3D Murray again with that JR carbine in 9mm, 9x19 Luger.
In this video, I'm going to be shooting the 2018 Cabin Fever Rifle Chair Challenge. My name is Murray, and you're watching 3BAR-D videos.
So, seriously cool, you guys. Now, congratulations to you all. Everybody that shot, even though I may not have mentioned you, you in the scores, come back next year and shoot it again. Don't give up. The truth of the matter is it's that time of the year when, not all of us, but a lot of us have been indoors. It's the weather is, how should we say, less than perfect shooting conditions. And, we're all kind of hibernating like bears to a certain extent at that time of the year. Maybe put on a few pounds, but it's kind of a nice break at that time of the year to go out, force yourself out to go out and do something that maybe you're kind of dragging yourself out of the house, but it'll do yourself some good, is to go out and do it. And not have to worry, about having a line of 20 people on your right and a line of 20 people on your left. You're at a massive competition. Yourself, you're paying attention to certain things that you shouldn't be. You should be focused on the mission. You should be focused on that target. The fundamentals of your marksmanship. But we get distracted by the fact that there's people around us. That's kind of a typical thing for a competition, and a lot of people don't like that. That's just too much pressure for them. And so having something like this that we can vet through a process and has rules, and we can verify our shooting, it's a nice way of doing it, isn't it? It's low stress. So I like that. However, I am interested in recruiting a few volunteers from you guys. I can make you admins on the Rifle Chair Facebook group. Trusted names, and could help me with this competition. It's mainly about collecting and finding videos and collecting those scores and cataloging them. And I'm good at making videos, but I'm probably not so good at kind of the organizing part of it. I probably need help with that if you're able to. If anybody out there can put their hand up and say, yeah, okay, I'll help. Let me know. Okay, guys. Very unprofessional video, I know that, but I just had to make it and get it out there. Hope you guys are all doing great. Cheers, and as always, Maple Leaf up.
Hi everybody, welcome to the 2018 Rifle Chair Cabin Fever Challenge shoot.
Today we're going to shoot the 2018 Rifle Chair Cabin Fever Challenge with this Parker Tail Sport.
17 hits, 74 seconds.